So do you think that's the reason why women just find it so hard to hold themselves accountable for anything? Because I think that's like the number one reason is the fact that from knee high to a grasshopper, everybody's been telling them, oh, you're a queen, you this, you that, some man's gonna love you. And like the older that it gets, the more it's drilled in your head. Some man gonna love you for exactly who you are. You ain't gonna have to change, you ain't gonna have to do nothing. That's all bullshit because that's stunting your growth as a person. Regardless, like male and female, ain't nobody telling us males that, oh, you just can stay stuck in your way. Nah, that's bullshit. You're gonna have to change in order to grow and evolve.
OG, let go. All my niggas riding gas tank on full. We be fresh than a bitch, yeah, your bitch might get pulled. I ain't got time for the bull. I ain't got time for the bull. Okay, all my niggas riding gas tank on full. We be fresh than a bitch, yeah, your bitch might get pulled. If you see us in the streets, no talking, let's go. No time for hate.
Yo, what's good, man? It's your boy Riley, aka Riley the Great. You are now tuned in to another episode of the Millennial Mayhem Podcast.
Yeah.
We here. As y'all know, man, I got my young cousin Tony D with me. What's going on, G?
What's good, bro?
Chilling. Feeling good.
That's
feeling
it.
Great.
Just good, chilling
good,
bro. Feeling great.
Yeah, that's it. Yes, that's it, bro.
Hey, it's good out here, bro.
Yeah,
beautiful
man.
day in the H today.
Yeah, it is. For sure. For sure. And we got the abominable light-skinned, aka Jufro. young Ray Matthews in the building. What's going on, bro?
I got a whole new nickname. Huh?
Yeah,
I think Jufro. I like Jufro better than any of them. That's solid, bro.
You look like my man off the High School Musical. Bro. What's my man's name? What's the old main character? I forgot that. It was way back in the day, though.
High School Musical?
Yeah.
I don't remember that movie.
Yeah, he had the curls too, bro. Clean, bro.
Curls for the girls.
Curls for the girls?
Yeah, that's what they say. I didn't say that.
I thought that was talking about lifting weights, curls for the girls.
Well, you see these biceps. we both of them.
Yeah,
What did you say? Both?
Both?
We both of them.
I feel you. Hey, got a special guest in the building today.
Indeed.
She is a returning guest. Go ahead, guest. Introduce yourself, man. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yes, I'm back, y'all. Thanks for having me back. My name is Nicole Hutchins, and I'm a business owner and soon-to-be licensed esthetician.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
y'all gonna be needing y'all facials here in Houston. I'm your girl.
Yep.
I'm telling you, and I also offer mobile services. So I'll come straight to you, to your home, to offer facials. Men facials as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, bro. I'm gonna get them blackheads and shit off your shit, bro. Straight up, you know what I'm saying?
I'm all about the facials.
Hey, yeah. Hey. What kind of facials we talking about over here, bro?
I just said we all about the facials,
yeah.
man.
With Ray,
That's
you
getting
never
clear.
Yeah, however you gotta take it, man. You take it.
We brought Nicole back for part 2 of holding modern women accountable. You know, the first part was a really good one. However, it was some things we didn't hit, so we decided to bring it back around for season 3. So we're glad that you're here, and I know this is about to be a good ass fucking show.
Feathers ruffled.
Yes, we really have to get into it. I think it's no holds barred this time.
Right? And ain't no
going in today.
Going in, bro. Going in for sure.
If you're wearing a dress, put some shorts under that motherfucker because it's gonna get blown up today.
hold on to your wigs.
But first, before we jump into the topic, let me shout out my boy Ray, etc. He just had a birthday last week, and last night he had a birthday party at Bar 8 in the Pearland area. Man, we had a good time, man. It was great. He had his comedy show or whatever. He's doing his comedy thing. Killed a crowd of 11,000 last week, man. And the crowd before that, 5,000. Man, he was actually out here doing his thing. So,
100%.
And I got his T-shirt on, man, etc. You know what I'm saying? I'm representing for my boy today. That's GDC all day. My high school boys, Worthing, Evan E. And I just wanted to shout them boys out and
Supposed to, man. I can't wait. I can't wait till we really get the Patreon popping so they can hear that episode that he was on that we did post because that shit was funny.
Yeah.
That was wild.
We were too drunk that we couldn't post that shit. We were way too fucking drunk for that.
Really?
But
This was
season
sloppy.
This was season 1.
Yeah, season 1.
When I say we was wasted, yeah, we was pretty lit.
Sloppy.
And something happened to me. I don't know. Did somebody pass away?
Your cousin.
Oh, my
That was
cousin.
your cousin.
And I was just getting, slid right there.
Steve proceeded to get slid, and so did all of us.
And I was like, hey, y'all come over. Let's just get on the mic, bro.
That's all it was.
But
But that shit was hilarious. So I can't wait to post that.
Yeah, for sure. We gonna have that for y'all. Yeah, appreciate it. R.I.P. the Bugs, my dog. Moving right along, man. Let me go ahead and say this first, man. We think black women are awesome. This is how we always start this shit off like this. We have a black woman on the podcast. We love all women. We love women, period.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying? But
it's just that
y'all are not above reproach. You know what I'm saying? So, and you guys have a play in how things are going. So, especially when it comes to dating relationships and the dynamics between men and women. So, this is the thing that we're going to tackle today. Again, season 3. So, I'm going to start it off by asking Nicole a question.
Oh, okay. Ladies first.
Yeah, ladies first. You know what I'm saying? We gentlemen out here.
Chivalrous.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to ask you, what role does women play in the demise of the dynamic between men and women in regards to relationships? What is the role that women play with how things have been going lately with us? Like
The good and the bad?
Of course.
Good and bad. But let's start off with the good. Let's go. Yeah.
Of course, we have to start off with the good. And I do want to address the fact that you had to make that disclaimer about the fact that we love black women. We have to say that first before we go into the topic of conversation. That's very telling, and we'll rewind back to that. So, I mean, as far as the good that women are contributing to today's society when it comes to dating.
Take your time. We'll wait. Take your time. We'll wait.
we got all day.
Right, that's a shame that I have to even think about that. That really is a shame that I have to think about that. But in terms of the women who are, I want to say, fully developed and mature, and she knows what she wants, a positive disposition, inspiration, support to her man. What else? If we're talking, and that was just like intangible stuff, right? Emotional maturity, emotional stability, mental stability. Yeah. She's not leading with her emotions. She's not leading with her body as well. She's going beyond the physical. I will have to say this though, over the course of the years, more black women, we're taking care of ourselves physically. Yeah. So we're staying physically 100%. Fit. So shout out to all women, of course, but particularly black women, we are staying on top of our fitness. So you do have to give us that credit.
Yes.
Indeed.
Yes.
On the flip side of that, however, in terms of how we may have contributed to the demise of a lot of relationships, I think it's boiled down to one word: selfishness.
Dang.
I said,
wow.
I didn't even hear that sound yet, so I didn't know it was something crazy.
It was that Ross grind.
So what I mean by selfishness, I understand when we get into a relationship, we're looking for certain things, like right, both men and women, we all want something from a relationship. So I think it would be silly to say, you should go into a relationship not expecting anything. But I think a lot of times today, modern women are going into, what can you just do for me? What can I get out of it? How good can you make me look? So I can stunt on the gram. And brag about our lifestyle, different things of that nature. We're really not focusing on what we as women bring to the table. See, and we got to get into that too. What do we as women bring to the table in modern day relationships, aside from our physical fitness and our viscous innards, as they call it.
That's mediocre tutorial and reviews. Man.
Right. Shout out to MTR. And I think a woman as an individual, she has to really figure that out. And I think if we approach relationships more on, what can I bring to this man's life, I think we can start seeing better results.
Yeah, for sure. Man,
that's interesting.
I'm gonna keep it a buck, man, and I'm gonna keep it real plain Jane. Yeah, I think the the crucial element of how things have like going wayward between men and women is the fact that women are working.
Yeah.
And that's not a bad. It's not a bad thing for women to work. That is absolutely dope. But with working and making a lot of money comes this mentality that's synonymous to how men operate. So they have they're making money. They got to be this certain way when they're at work, and then they're bringing that same dynamic to relationships outside of work-related endeavors. You know what I'm saying? And when you bring that particular energy to those type of relationships, you're not going to get the same results as you would at work.
They bring in the masculine energy along with it. We don't need that.
Exactly.
Tired of these no limit soldiers. Bring some femininity. Bring the feminism back.
You know, and that's the thing. Like I think now, some and like she said, some women do know how to play both sides of the ball like
she
Dion.
play both sides of the ball like Dion.
You know what I'm saying? Like they know how to play. They know how to turn it on and off.
Yeah.
But when you bring that mentality to them type of relationships, you're gonna come out. It's gonna come out bad.
Yeah.
Because I always tell everybody, it can't be two niggas in a relationship, bro. Unless you part of that lifestyle.
Yeah.
I can't be acting like a man and then I can't be a man and then you acting like a man to combat my man. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, somebody got to be the woman and somebody got to be the dude. Yeah. So choose to be the woman. just relax on the shit. But that's.
I was reading Will Smith's new book. I don't know if y'all know his new book is out. Yeah, and he used an analogy that his dad would tell him all the time. When there's two commanders in charge, everyone dies.
Boom.
Wait, say that again. Say that again for everybody.
When there's two commanders in charge, everyone dies.
Dang. That went over somebody's head.
Of course it did.
That went over somebody's head. So explain it for him, because that was...
Well, I think everyone interprets things differently, but it goes back to what you were saying. When you have two masculine people under one roof, it's going to create chaos. No one's going to be able to resolve anything. No one's going to be able to get past whatever it is that they're going through. Like, for example, like right now in the White House, we have, a female vice president and a male president. Now, I'm not here to argue whether they're doing a good job or not. That's a whole topic for another conversation.
Right.
But it makes sense that there's a woman vice president and a male president, because there's some balance there. There's some balance of, the feminine and masculine energy. And she can probably offer him some things that he never thought about.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
100%. 100%. And it's just like anything, like in life in general, there's always a structure for things. I have no structure. Like I'm working on my structure, obviously, but at the very base of things, I have no structure. But I also understand that, and we had this conversation a couple of days ago when talking about the operation of this podcast. You know what I'm saying? Like, there has to be a structure for everything, regardless of what the fuck it is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And you were telling me this, like, bro, that's just with anything in life. And so thinking about having in anything in life, there's never two people that are in charge. Everybody has a boss, unless you're the owner. You know what I'm saying? But everybody has a boss. And so, like, in thinking about two commanders being in charge, there's no like person in charge, really. You know what I'm saying? So we're both the end all be all. No, that can't be that can't be a thing. Somebody has to be here. Somebody has to be there, and that's just how life goes, dude.
And also, people got to understand the responsibilities that come with certain things. Like, I know us now, the millennials, we have our own depiction of how we expect relationships to be, and I know now we like to pick and choose what we want from traditional aspects of relationships. We want to pick and choose. And we want to allocate those certain responsibilities to the certain person within the relationship. And that's when stuff starts getting convoluted as well. Because it's like, all right, I don't want to do what my mama was doing, or like if a female, like I don't want to do what my mom was doing, cooking and cleaning and stuff, but I still want you to fulfill the role that my dad was doing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to have to do all that stuff in order for you to be the person like my dad was. And I think that's where people like kind of getting lost in the translation, lost in the sauce, because they're picking certain things that benefit them, and it's not really conducive to both parties involved. So.
I've said this, I think, just about every season. Our generation are literally like guinea pigs for how relationships are going to be going ever since women started working. Like nobody was here to really tell, hey, this is how tell us as men, this is how you deal with a woman that's, working, or a woman that's an entrepreneur. We're going through trial and error trying to figure that out. Mm-hmm. We the guinea pigs for it. And nobody's been telling, women are literally going trial and error. Hey, how do I treat men now that I'm the boss? It's trial and error. Nobody's like, you go look at our parents and then grandparents and then great-grandparents structure. You already knew what women and men were supposed to do as far as a family structure, but ever since women have truly started working, which, like you say, it ain't a bad thing, but we just trying to figure out how this shit works again.
But that's exactly why we having this accountability conversation, is because
absolutely,
even though we're guinea pigs for it, like that's why it's the modern woman. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, Steve, you want traditional things, but we living in a modern society. It's like, well, either you want to be like flexible in your relationship, or you want to be traditional. Mm-hmm. There's literally no in between. You know what I'm saying? It's too much gray area, and women don't understand that they control the market.
Yeah, and let's get back on the accountability aspect of it. For those, I know everybody's been into hip hop and they understand what's going on within that world, man. Recently, there was a young lady that was knocking down with Drake?
Yeah.
Knocking down Drake, right? They did their thing, whoop de woo, you know what I'm saying? And Drake, in order to protect himself from another baby, he proceeded after he was done. Which there's some aspects of that I don't understand. Like, why you just don't throw the shit in
flush it in the toilet?
But whatever. But this motherfucker put hot sauce in his condom.
Right.
And then I guess threw it in the trash can. And then Breezy, I guess he was knocking down, went to the trash can, tried to extract semen from the condom, and ended up burning her little insides or whatever.
Insides.
But now she wants to sue Drake because he was protecting himself. And this is where I'm trying to go with this, is that things are like, for somebody to allow that lawsuit to go through, or is the reason why it's so hard for women to hold themselves accountable for shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's plain and utter stupidity.
Right. Yeah. You literally put yourself in that position.
You tried to trap him.
Right.
And now you're suing him because your trap didn't work.
But see, it sounds even worse. You went and got something out the trash can and tried to
dumpster diving.
Yeah, like you went and got something out the trash can and tried to get some old semen that probably ain't even gonna work no more because it's been out in the air, and tried to shoot it up your vagina to get pregnant, and you trying to sue the nigga for throwing something in the trash can. You stupid.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on that, Nicole, man?
I mean, when I first heard of it, the hot sauce thing, I thought it was genius. I got so much respect for Drake. I said, you know what? And now he is setting a new precedent for men to protect themselves.
100%.
And then I thought about the other aspects of it, because, like you said, why wouldn't he just flush it down the toilet? Well, probably at that moment he was testing her character. And I notice y'all do that sometimes. I know you're married, but when you're dating a woman, y'all be testing us, to see where our head is at. So I think that was a perfect character test. And she failed miserably.
Horribly.
And it showed just really how low women will go First of all, I'm trying to understand, regardless of how much that semen would have been worth, why would you aspire to be a single mother? Why would you aspire to be a baby mama? No offense or disrespect to the single parents that are out there. I was raised by a single mom, when she divorced my dad and everything like that. She raised me and my brother on her own. Did an amazing job. But I can tell you right now, well, no, I'm not going to say she regretted that decision, but it was a struggle for her. Yeah. So I'm trying to understand why a woman would just go out and just want to struggle like that. Because, see, here's the thing. Even if, it's Drake's semen, first of all, I'm sure he would not have been present in the child's life. You still going to raise that child by yourself. And eventually the child support payments are going to run out anyway. And what's happening nowadays, which is also another smart thing, men are starting to hide their assets from their baby mamas so they don't take them to court to get more money. They're finding ways to hide their assets. Men, you need to start doing that more. So yeah, I thought it was a crazy story, but I also thought the hot sauce thing was genius. Yes, was it a bit much? Sure. Just flush the condom down the toilet if you're really if it's really that serious.
You literally said it at the beginning. It's literally selfishness. It doesn't. You were saying, why would you aspire to be a baby? Like literally, that's goals for Breezy's now. Yeah. Goals is getting knocked up by somebody that got a lot of bread. Yeah, that's so stupid, man. I literally talk to so many different Breezys every day at work. You know what I'm saying? That come in. I bartend. Y'all know that, but that come in to eat or drink there, and literally in speaking with them is just so disheartening for me to listen to some of the beautiful women that come in there speak the way that they speak about their goals. It's like, really?
Like what? Like what? An example of that?
Well, being knocked up by somebody who got bread. That's okay. Like you literally aspiring to be a baby mama. You okay with it? Yeah. Or that's your goal.
And it's celebrated all over social media. Look how many baby showers and stuff there is without the father in the picture. I'm like, this.
I didn't go to the baby shower, so
you know what ends up like really pissing me off is like we just sit here and just call a girl like stupid. My thing is, hey man, when are you gonna hold yourself accountable for trying to go that route and it doesn't work, and then you get mad at the world? Nigga, the world ain't the issue; it's you. Like you have to take that into accountability. That's it. It's not gonna work. Well, it can work, but in the event that it doesn't work, you got to figure out something else. Yeah, right. It's just that simple.
And it's funny that you bring that up. You hold yourself accountable because some people don't hold themselves accountable. But when we think about that, we can also think about your friends, your companions. Are they, are other women saying, "You go, girl, go get it"? Or are they telling you like, that was kind of stupid? Right. You know what I'm saying? If all the birds are flocking. And they flock into the same beat, then you're not, in the same trajectory. Then you don't have anybody to tell you like that you're being an idiot.
It ain't the fact. You know what? It ain't the fact that ain't nobody saying that. Hey, you're an idiot. You just gonna block all of that out. You're gonna go to where everybody thinking like you because you're comfortable with doing this stupid shit.
And see
it's plain and simple.
But you going to those groups is you going to the group that nobody's gonna say anything. Y'all all the birds are doing the same.
All birds gonna flock together.
Yeah, and you've heard that saying. Maybe you haven't. Single women keep women single. It's just a fact. Damn. It's.
I had to replay that in my head.
Different than and this is going to come up in the conversation as well. Not holding our health accountable. Like we're not holding ourselves accountable when it comes to our fitness and our health. It's almost I liken it to if all your girlfriends around you are in shape and they're getting certain results in their life, but they're constantly telling you, "Oh, you're beautiful, queen. You don't need to change." She's a terrible friend. She is lying to you because she wants to remain the prettiest one in the group. So when y'all go out, she's getting all the men hollering at her. Yep. That is not a friend, okay?
That is not a friend. That's not your homie. That is not a friend, no bro. Way, no way. If she looking at you, knowing you big, and you look unhealthy, bro, and they just saying it's okay to be yourself. Somebody's gonna love you for. Y'all, bro, we all gotta stop that shit, bro. We gotta.
But it's like halfway right, but. Y'all we know women, and you already know, as soon as the fine friend and the struggling friend get into it, with the fine friend, that fat bitch, that's why I don't fuck with her. Like, and then you going off on, that's not your friend. That's not your friend. Like, that's.
But even still, man, even like negating the whole thing about what if you get into it. Like, it's people out there that have been friends for forever that do not want to tell their friends when, hey, you get a little chubby over there. You know what I'm saying? They'll just be like, girl, you just work that new weight. That's good weight. Man. That's grown woman weight and shit like that. Like, like it's just see, and that's the thing.
It's not good weight.
No, it just seems like other women.
I'm thick in the right areas, in the right
that's
place.
the
There's a difference between being thick and being just straight up fat.
Mm-hmm. and then it's the guys like, and I don't mean to switch it over to us, but it is the guys that have a certain level of standards that will make make certain women feel like they are. No. Beyonce's. They'll make them feel like they're Beyonce's. Because they can't, probably can't get no, you know what I'm saying? Can't get no better. So now that, now if you have a woman feeling like that when she really not a Beyonce, then she gonna believe that she a Beyonce. Like, we watch a whole bunch of Kevin Samuels. What the breezy be coming on there talking about? I'm a 10. What?
Come on, sis.
No way.
Come on, man.
Your personality might be a 10, but come on now. You're not. But see, that's the thing.
Need to check your scale.
That's the narrative that we've been told all our lives. And you're a queen. You're all that. You're finding in a bag of chips. Don't let no man tell you otherwise. You this and this, you that. Okay, let's look at our results. That's really what's going to speak for itself.
So, do you think that's the reason why women just find it so hard to hold themselves accountable for anything? Because I think that's like the number one reason is the fact that from knee high to a grasshopper, everybody's been telling them, oh, you're a queen, you this, you that, some man's going to love you. And like the older that it gets, the more it's drilled in your head. Some man going to love you for exactly who you are. You ain't going to have to change. You ain't have to do nothing. That's all bullshit because that's stunting your growth as a person, regardless, like male and female. Ain't nobody telling us males that, oh, you just can stay stuck in your way. Nah, that's bullshit. You're going to have to change in order to grow and evolve. That's everybody. But I think as far as women, I think that's the number one thing because you cannot tell a woman she ain't queen. She fuck around and try to get you shot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you'll get canceled for telling women that they're not queens and a man should love you for you and you shouldn't have to change. Like that's a lie. And the older we get as women, the more we are going to have to change, especially for the type of men that we want. I'm looking nowadays and men are really sticking to their standards and the morals. Like, these men out here are not taking no more crap from women. Like, you can't just come to the table with your looks no more, ladies. Like, it's not. This whole dating thing has completely changed, and I hate to say this. I feel like Kevin Samuels and the Manosphere has had such a huge, because think about it, if you go out on a date or whatever, I don't know if a woman has ever asked you if you know who Kevin Samuels is.
Nah, no way.
No, okay.
Women have never led with that. I've brought it up, and then they're like, oh, you, like, as soon as you bring it up, they're like, oh, you one of them, type situation. But I've never been in a situation where a woman has asked me, do I watch Kevin Samuels?
Yeah, maybe they don't have to like lead with that, but maybe in the middle of the date or the conversation, hey, just curious, have you ever heard of this YouTuber named Kevin Samuels? And I notice sometimes men will hesitate because they don't know if they want to say, yeah, I heard of him and I love him, because they think you're going to get pissed. Or you know what I mean? So, and that's crazy that he's that big and he has such, you know what I mean, presence in today's generation that it's being talked about in conversations, but yeah,
I think boys are just waking up, man. Boys are, and starting to do a little bit more research, and I think that's another thing that Samuels is, has people doing a little bit more research. Don't just take stuff at face value. Right. Actually go research it and then come back with viable points to combat whatever it is that your opinion is. Don't just spew an opinion and not have something to back it up. And when you go, you start going down that rabbit hole, you start finding some things like, oh, I was taught this whole time, but according to the numbers,
it's different.
This is not what I've been taught this entire time. So it's just like it's kind of opening boys' eyes to, actually do that due diligence, and I'm with it, man. Don't take no shit, bro.
Yeah. And I'm sorry.
No,
I
go
wanted to also add another topic of conversation. So I was out last night, you know. So we were so I was having a nice, you know, steak dinner. And we were having a conversation
steak dinner?
about
steak dinner with your breezy.
And I was asking, I was like, what is your opinion in today's like modern day dating? You know what I mean? I want to
just
you said, well,
yeah,
just gonna be good.
Yeah.
So he was like, well, you know, as a man, there's not really the best options out there, what I've noticed. And then, of course, he corrected that. He said, except for what's in front of me.
Oh, yeah. Gotta be smooth.
And so, and then, y'all, I'm sorry, it was a long night. So anyway, the point is, when I asked him, how do you feel about people who complain about the opposite sex but are not finding solutions, right?
Damn.
So so it goes back, you know how I feel like it's on both sides. You know, women are complaining about men not doing this or not doing that, and the men are complaining about women not doing this or doing that, or what we want as individuals. Me personally, I don't argue against biology. I've already accepted that men are physical creatures. Y'all like pretty things. Y'all like whatever the case may be. It's our physical appearance first. Women, we like stability. We like security. That's just that's by our nature. So instead of complaining about it, why don't you become the person that you want wants? So if you're a woman and you want to date a man of a certain caliber, whatever that is to you, we're just going to use the high value man as the example here. Typically, they like fit, feminine, and cooperative women. You need to become that, like ASAP. If that's a problem for you, then fine. Like, go after a man who doesn't require those things, and you'll be happy. And then for the men, right? Like, you want a woman who's fit, feminine, and friendly. Maybe you should get yourself together first, you know, before requiring certain things from women. I'm not saying femininity should be based on what a man has or doesn't have, but it's like, if a man wants a certain type of woman, he's going to become that man to attract that type of woman. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
And he agreed with me.
Or maybe women just need to stop looking and just be what it is that you want to be for your, like, work on yourself and be what it is that you want for yourself, because the Bible literally says a man who finds a wife finds a good thing. It doesn't say a woman who finds a husband finds a good thing, right? That's where we just get super clouded. Like, you just focus on being yourself and what you're doing, and then as you grow and get better, I'm not ready for this, I'm not ready. Well, that's cool. Don't be ready for it. You literally control anything. You have to open your legs for me to have sex with you.
This is true.
If you don't do that, like, we both have a part in it, right? Like, I finesse the situation, blah, 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 right? But at the end of the day, you open your legs for me to go inside of you. And if you don't do that and I continue, it's called rape. You know what I'm saying? So if you open your legs, then you have a part in it as well. Women just don't want to accept their part in it.
But see, that's sex. Yeah, that's
I use that as an example.
Okay.
I wasn't saying.
And I don't mean looking. I just mean women need to prepare themselves so that they can be found and attract
Focus
that
on
man.
yourself.
You know what I mean? Like, because we're not going to find a man sitting in the house
Never.
not working for herself. We have to go out,
right?
Or go online, be on an online dating site, and just let those men come to you.
Yeah,
right, man. We literally are okay with all of that stuff. Like, I love the fact that you got your own money and do your own thing. Like, that literally helps me out, because like we talk about, it's hard to get to six figures. You know what I'm saying? So if we gonna do this thing, then you bring something. Like, I'm cool with you bringing something. I'm not mad because you make money. That's good. That benefits me as well. You know what I'm saying? So, man, I don't know.
But also you got to understand with that though, if they make money, they want you to make more. So if you meet a woman that makes $150K a year, she wants you to make $250K. Or if you meet a woman that makes $90K a year, they want you to make $130. Like, bringing money to that's all fine and dandy, but you hear it all the time. Women saying, "I want somebody that can match my energy," or like, and they're not even talking about vibrations and you know what I'm saying between folks. They're talking about
nothing else but money.
They're talking about money.
Tangible
You know what I'm
stuff,
saying? Yeah. At least, like you said earlier, at least you can upgrade me or either be on par with me or upgrade me, and that primarily has to do with money, with assets, with shit, fucking cars, like stuff like that, man. Like it primarily has something to do with that. So that's why I said earlier, man. Like the whole working aspect of it is just it's throwing everything off, because that'll be okay if the woman was actually like that. But a lot of women are not like that. They want somebody that's better than them. They don't want to just come in and just be like, all right, we'll work on this shit together. They want somebody that can, take over the reins, even when their reign, like the horses they got are thoroughbreds, but they want somebody that has won the Triple Crown, Kentucky Derby, all that shit. They want niggas with horses like that if they already got 3 thoroughbreds. You know what I'm saying? A lot of niggas don't have Triple Crown ass winning ass horses.
I mean, we know the stats. It ain't that many niggas making over 100K. We know that. So even it ain't, as far as black women, we know damn sure it ain't that number is even smaller. So when you start talking about money and match my energy, accountability, man, you got to know what you're looking at and know what you're looking for. Like, you can't get mad at the world because your standard is unrealistic. Like prime example. Everybody wants the same type of man. First off, how many black men are actually doing something good in life that fits your category? Tall, dark, handsome, make 100K, or 150K. Just imagine, if everybody's looking for the same thing, you can't get mad at the world if dude over here just chillaxing and like, oh, well, if I know out of all these 10 women,
exactly.
If all these 10 women
exactly
like me, I'm gonna at least hit 5 of them before I make my decision.
Exactly.
Okay.
Fucking exactly. Niggas are not stupid, but go ahead. Niggas are they peeping what's going on. Oh. So if I make this and y'all bet.
Stephen A. and the girl Molly that's on the show. That's
wow. To add to what you were saying about the women, the more successful women become, the more they want to, have their energy matched. And there was a study out there that said the more successful a woman becomes, the harder it is for her to mate.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the reason.
Why?
Yeah, and because of the reason that he said, it's because a woman usually wants a man on her level or above, and because of our hypergamous nature, we're going to always want somebody who's at least slightly above. Doesn't have to be such a huge gap, but just a teeny bit.
Yeah.
So y'all want to live life being unrealistic. Cool. Good talk. It's so stupid.
Or women can accept the fact that, okay, I have to realize if I reach this certain level of success, I'm gonna have to be more lax in my requirements when it comes to a partner, because I have to understand that I may not find a man who makes 150K a year. I'll have to get a guy, which is nothing wrong with it, who makes 75 a year. You know what I mean? So it just, I don't know. The delusional part and unrealistic part. Well, never mind. Let me not do that. Let me not.
Do it.
No, I'm not. This is about the women. I'm not going to say about the men.
It's
about women. We can do that in another episode.
Yeah, we can do that. We can definitely will.
Because we all, like you said, we all have some role in it. So
because some men out there are unrealistic too. I'm sorry.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of y'all out there too now.
100%.
Yeah,
100%.
Y'all want a Holly Berry looking chick and you sitting home living at your mama's house, and
it's just not. Yeah,
it's not feasible.
It's not in your element, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Understand your zenith. Understand what your top spot is. You know what I'm saying, and you got to also understand your attributes and what you can get with what you have.
So just real quick, what do you say to women who say men who already have, let's say, a child or two out of wedlock, right? But he's making a lot of money, but he refuses to date a single mom. Do you think he's hypocritical for that, for not wanting to date or marry a baby mama?
That's his preference. I mean,
his preference.
we all got our preferences.
But he has a child. She has a child. Why?
But
does
it's literally his choice. All the rest of that stuff don't matter. Mm-hmm. He chooses not to date somebody that has irregardless to what his situation is, and we have that right. Like, I can't be mad at you because you don't want to, because you're a baby daddy. You don't want to date me as a baby mama.
No, he hypocritical, but he does have his own. He have it right to do to feel like he wants.
Yeah.
But he is hypocritical. That is some bullshit, boy.
You might be right. Yeah.
It's both.
Like, all right, you free to do whatever you want, but you sound like a whack nigga. That's whack.
So is that the same energy when a woman who has a child says, "I'm not going to date a man who has a child. He has to be childless."
Yeah, that's stupid.
Yeah.
That's
You're
stupid.
right. It is definitely hypocritical.
It's hypocritical,
But
but
you got
your choice.
Yeah,
Right.
you got your own
Hypocritical
choice.
as hell.
If a nigga fall into that trap, that nigga stupid too.
Yeah, look, that part.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
But let's push the conversation forward, man. I gotta ask y'all this though. In today's society, right now, are relationships a status symbol?
That's a perfect segue.
Yeah.
For women?
Yeah. Is it more or less is it more so a status symbol than it is anything else? Since we're in this digital age and everybody wants to show off. They want to show off their man, but they want to show him off, but then they want to put a smiley face on this. You know what I'm saying?
Shut the fuck up, Panda Bear.
Like you want to show that you with somebody. You know what I'm saying? But you don't want. I don't want to show him for real. I'm gonna show that I'm. You know, this is what they do when they on the island. This is island vibes. Blah blah blah. Vacation bay or all that bullshit with
Vacation.
the nigga. You know
You
what
get
I'm
the
saying?
hand on the Panda
Yeah,
Bear
this
face.
nigga here. Yeah, like come on, man. So.
Can't wait to get into this.
So what? I mean, well, I'll give the floor. I'll give y'all the floor.
I truthfully, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Like, bro, you think about everything, and this has already been happening. Like, women, as soon as they get proposed to, what's the first thing they do?
They post that ring.
Post the ring.
Post that ring. Gotta post that ring.
Post the ring. Why?
They want everybody to
Why?
see.
I don't know.
Why?
They want everybody to
This
see.
is the
Yeah.
video. Why?
Yeah.
But like, status symbol, fam. Oh, I finally got somebody to love me. Hey, look, celebrate love. I get it. I'm gonna tell everybody that celebrate love, but you just showing your picture of the ring and not showing the picture of the man, that speaks volumes to me. It's like, all right, so what you in it for? Like I see it all the time. I scroll social media, folks, posting the ring, but you ain't seen their husband or nothing yet. I don't. Shit, I'm happy for you, but damn, that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
This the man that just
Got on one knee.
got on one knee,
Spent the bread.
and spent the bread, got you this nice ring, but you can't show him. But you gonna show this ring to everybody because it's a status symbol.
Yeah.
Status symbol.
That's a good point. In terms of the women just showing the ring and not the man who actually proposed to them. So I'm going to speak on this new movement called private until permanent. So
Okay.
it's basically the idea of whoever I'm dating, if there's no ring on the finger, I'm more than likely not going to show you in my pictures and my stories or things like of that nature, because we don't know where it's going to lead to. You know what I mean? And yes, we want to say face of embarrassment, which is something most women are not going to admit. Now, sometimes there's other reasons too. It's like, I don't want to show this dude because I know this type of dude is in high demand and I don't want to have that negative energy or that jealous or envious energy coming my way. So I'm just going to, stay away from that. So I agree that for a lot of people, not me, because, I want to marry for love. For a lot of women, it is just a status symbol. Because like you said, the first thing they do when they get proposed to, ooh, look, I got a ring. Or even just a basic relationship. Like especially, I'm probably going to get flagged for saying this. Especially the baby mamas. Soon as they get a boyfriend, look at me and my man. See, I'm loved. See, a man will date a single mother, and it's just like, you barely know this guy because he told you that he likes being with you. He's taking you out on a few dates. Oh, now this is my bae forever. No, it's for real.
It happens.
So for most women, yes, it is a status symbol, and it makes it even harder for a lot of men in today's society to go out there and trust the women that are dating them. So I understand why there's a lot of apprehension out there for, you know, men from any background really, but especially the quote unquote men who are in high demand. I don't know. Social media has contributed to a lot of things when it comes to how we function. How do I say this?
Take your time, baby. Take your time.
So you know how I realize everyone has a type.
Yes.
Yeah.
My type may not be another woman's type. Your type of woman may not be another man's type of woman. But y'all definitely, for the most part, want to be with a woman you can feel confident to have on your shoulder and bring out in public.
Absolutely.
For the most part.
Yeah.
Yeah. Take me just to compliment the
So
deal.
it's almost the same thing with women. We want to feel proud of the man that we say yes to. Looks help. It's not the end all be all or anything like that. So because marriage is such a huge deal for women, because I feel like y'all can survive with or without marriage. It doesn't really benefit y'all that much. How does marriage benefit y'all? Besides the fact that you have access to sex on a daily basis.
Well, see, I mean, if we take it there,
you don't necessarily need marriage for that, though.
Yeah, I was like, you can get sex every day and be single.
Well, I mean, if we're gonna go,
but it's cheaper though. You're not like going on a bunch of dates with different women either. See, yeah,
Somebody
they're not
told
gonna
me
like
it
me
was $40.
saying this right now. I'm not opposed to marriage. I'm just bringing up another.
Yeah.
I just want to know how men feel about that, because there's this argument that men don't benefit from marriage per se, especially when women are the ones leading with divorces. You know what I mean? And we typically
Women benefit more.
Women benefit more.
A lot more.
Okay.
see,
And it'll always be like that because marriage is still in a traditional setting. No matter like the rules and laws around marriage, that's all still traditional. All those laws are from back in the day. So no matter what, it's still going to benefit the woman. Now, as we get older and understanding these laws as a society, there's some things can be flipped around, and that's what we're seeing. That's why I say men still, hey, hold on. Just because we married, that don't mean you can do X, Y, Z when we get divorced. You can't get some of this. You get a good lawyer, fam, you good. You good money.
Get a good prenup too.
Yeah.
and so that's all. I mean, that's just the legalities of it. That's all the paperwork and shit. That's not really like marriage. It's just the paperwork that
That's
comes
what I was
with
saying.
it.
Okay.
So, like, if we're gonna go, I mean, paperwork wise and all the law, of course. But when we're talking about the essence of marriage, then yes, men definitely benefit from what marriage is supposed to be.
We both do.
I
no.
need you to say that, not me as a woman, because like, of course I'm gonna say as a woman, of course marriage is beneficial, whatever. You know what I mean? I definitely value marriage. I want to be married one day. So going back to the whole status thing, there's kind of this unspoken code amongst Black women, especially because of this narrative that's been going on that, you know, Black women are difficult, Black women are not marrying decent Black men. And so a lot of us, I think subconsciously, we're vying for the best so we don't get laughed at by the time we're posting our excitement that we're finally married or in a relationship, you know, because you'll see some women like, oh, congrats sis, but then they're laughing behind her back because it looked like she married Shrek. Like, you know, it's like, oh, that's easy. Anybody could have got that. I know that sounds so messed up. I know that sounds messed up, but I'm like literally giving y'all the quiet, subconscious talks amongst women. Like, I'm literally giving this to y'all. And of course, women are not going to admit this. Oh, she don't know what she's talking about. No, like, stop it. Because I want to say 90% of women want marriage and they want a relationship. And because of this conversation going around about quality men and different things like that, and it's not easy to get those men, if you see a woman with one, there is going to be a little jealousy and envy. There's going to be a little ting there. You know what I mean? Yeah,
but they gotta
they
gotta understand too. Like, man, even with stuff like that, like if you're gonna snicker and do all the other shit when you see somebody else with somebody that you don't think is well attractive or whatever, man, you gotta understand that person at that time, or you know, they went through the ringer to understand that they are the best for each other. Damn, you know, what you think is attractive or whatever from the outside looking in. Mm-hmm. This motherfucker, these two then went through their trials and tribulations to get to the point to where they figured out that they want to be with each other for the rest of their lives. Yeah. Like all this other bullshit is just what it is. Right. Bullshit. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like if you are single and you are judging somebody based on that shit, then your opinion is moot anyway. Like it's irrelevant anyway. So I mean, and that's the thing about what we talked about earlier. Like women got to hold other women accountable. If your partner's getting married and then one of her other partners is like, oh, look at that nigga, he's ugly nigga, blah blah. You know what I'm saying? All that shit. Like you gotta check this breezy. Like,
or he's a manager at Burger King. Yeah. You know what I mean? Women are literally laughing at other women like that.
And that's why other women got to step in and like, you got to check these breezies. Like, are you married? Right. Has anybody proposed to you? Right. You know what I'm saying? Is anybody even in your world that is remotely even thinking about doing some shit like that with you?
No way.
Well, then shut up.
Yeah, no way.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's, you know, and accountability, it can, like, everybody hates that when men try to hold women accountable, but accountability can come from anybody.
100%.
It can come from anybody because
they don't like it. Either way. Women don't like it from other women or men. Mm-hmm. You ask me.
Yeah, for the most part, that's true.
She hating.
Generally speaking, yeah.
She hating.
He hating.
She hating. Why? She jealous of me? No, ain't nobody fucking jealous of you. You just making bonehead mistakes or doing dumb shit, and somebody trying to call you out on it. So maybe you can fix the mistake or get better.
Man, bro, and it's funny, man. We talking about this. Like just today, I saw there's a video going around, a little excerpt from one of Steve Harvey's shows, where this young lady got on there and said that she has been proposed to 3 times. And it just
said no.
And she said no. And then after that she was saying, like, I don't understand what's going on. Like she said she was 30. She's like, she's getting tired of, you know, playing the game. She wants to, you know, find somebody. And she said, what did she say? She said, how do I make myself into somebody that a man wants to I guess marry or something like that? Because she said that she's never been courted. She doesn't feel like she's been courted before. And Steve Harvey looked at her like, you said yes to 3 engagements and you've never been courted before?
That's wild.
Like you've never been courted. She was like, well, you know, and this is what got me. She said that well, based on what she's seen on TV and dates and things like that, and how the effort was applied with some things that she's seen on shows and things of that nature, she didn't think like the dates and things that she was getting were actual dates. I was like,
you just proved our point about how social media is really affecting us. And I'm not gonna lie, social media has gotten to me a few times. Like, oh, I'm making my decision based off what I see somebody else doing, or dang, well, she's getting all that. Can I get that stuff too? But then I had to reel it back in. Like, I want someone who I'm compatible with and I genuinely have a connection with over just having things and money. Yeah. I can't believe I'm saying that out loud now. Wasn't like that. But no, now I really do feel that way, because at the end of the day, you still have to, it's still a relationship at the end of the day. It's still going to take work. So when the cameras are off, when you're not taking cute social media, couple goals, photos, what is it at the end of the day? Seriously.
Yeah.
What is it at the end of the day? So yes, women treat relationships as a status symbol. Yeah. It's almost not even, they don't care about the connection anymore. Let me just say I got a man and all this stuff. And then there's this other, I'm going to touch on this real quick. You know how women say they don't need a man or want a man? Maybe that's something we're going to go into.
I was just about to get there.
That is a lie. Okay. Straight from the devil. And the older we get, first of all, there's studies that show that modern day women are the most depressed, the most insecure, even regardless of the degrees and the money in the bank account, is because they don't have a partner. And it's like, if modern day women, I'm not including myself in that because I'm a reformed modern day woman. So when you hear me speak about modern day women and I'm keeping myself separate, it's because I am reformed. Okay.
Yeah. Praise God.
Let's get that, make that
That'll
very,
work,
very
man.
clear.
I'm with it.
Most women, as they get
Steve, you been on your button shit today, bro.
She's spitting, bro. I'm with it.
as they get older, they just realize their options are becoming fewer and fewer and fewer in terms of the type that they want to go for. So women will say, well, I'm happy with myself and I don't need a man. I can do all this. Yeah, you could probably make it on your own for a while, but you're still crying at night because you don't have someone to protect you. You still don't have someone to share your experiences with, and for you to be able to rest in your femininity. You know what I mean? You have people like Stormy Wellington, I think is her name. Very popular YouTuber. She's like really popular in the MLM world or whatever. She's a millionaire, right? Very masculine. I can't say that enough. She's the most masculine woman I've ever seen. She knows how to get to the bread, but her children don't respect her. Men really don't want to be with her, but she'll be on lives, joking like, hey, does your man got an uncle? Does your man got a cousin or something like that? And it's like, exactly. You still want and need a man. Yeah. So what modern day women are doing is they're hiding behind their girls' trips. They're hiding behind, these conferences that they're going to. And look at my Chanel. But it's all a front at the end of the day.
So let me ask you this. Why is it so hard for women to say they need a man? Because I did a survey, and y'all were on that. I did a survey on Facebook. Maybe was that about a week ago?
Yeah, last week.
That was last week. And I asked men. I asked the men. I said, question for the homies. Would it be difficult for you to tell your woman that you need her in your life? I promise you, I kid you not.
Not one guy.
It was a 9,000 no's on there.
It was not one.
Yeah.
Literally not one guy.
One yes.
Now one dude said,
well, maybe one dude. One dude said that old whack ass shit. I want my woman. I don't need it.
Come with that stupid shit.
Yeah, and I had to check that boy. I was like, bruh, I don't need to survive. I'm like, bruh, I don't need my friends to survive, but I need my friends. I need my mom. Right. It's real easy for me but I don't need them to press my damn lungs in for me to inhale fucking oxygen. Bro, I'ma still live. You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so why I don't understand why it's so difficult for women to say that they need not necessarily the man that you the more the man that that you like, you need that man. I don't understand why it's so hard for women to say that. You know what I'm saying? So
well, from a woman's perspective, it goes back to what you're saying of that narrative being plugged into our heads of, you're queen, this is that, focus on your education, you don't need. So when we're constantly told that, we believe it. Okay, yeah, you're right, I don't need a man.
So it's nurtured.
Realize, I feel like it's embedded into our brains. But then as the older we get, we realize that was a lie. Even, with the feminist movement, we know that that's a lie. And I sent y'all something on an article where a woman admitted she was telling feminist lies in a magazine that she wrote, convincing women that they don't need men. And it was a lie. We don't want to feel like we're looking like damsels in distress to y'all. And I don't see the problem with that. I don't see the problem with me calling up my man and saying, I need your help. I'm not even gonna lie. It's hard for me to tell you that, but I need your help. I'm in a tight little situation right now. I don't know what you can do, but whatever it is, I'm just letting you know where I'm at, and then give that man room to help in any way that he deems that he can help you in, if that makes sense. So I just think it's been embedded into our brains, and we feel like it's some type of embarrassment that we have to ask for help. I don't know if y'all know who April Mason is. Shout out to April Mason. I know some people are a little bit they're kind of hesitant with her, but she says every time she gets around men, her wrists are broken. Period.
She's
a millionaire.
I like that.
She's a millionaire, but she said when I get around men, my wrists are broken. Period.
That's what's up.
Can't do nothing.
And
it literally like stuff like that doesn't make sense to me, because at the very basis of who we are, like the Bible literally says Adam was here by himself, chilling. God gave him all the power. Name this, do that, blah, blah, blah. He was literally here flourishing, one deep. And God said, nah, man, something missing.
Yeah.
Boom. From the rib, made Eve. We literally need each other. We both genders were made for each other, not for nothing else.
Right. Yeah, he said, I'm going to send you a helpmate. And that's really what it is. Yeah. He was already, like you said, controlling everything and running things. Chilling. But let me send you a helpmate to relieve whatever, all that stuff. And maybe she could help him multiply everything. You know what I mean? Like,
and that's the basis of where all this stuff began, man. And even when you look back in the day, because I have a lot of art. I mean, I've had a couple of debates online with certain people about certain things, and they always resort back to like how it was back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like I was having an argument about the dynamic between men and women, and some lady was just like, well, we just we was just able to get a bank account in 1974.
I was like,
you know what I'm saying? Or blah blah blah. And I'm thinking, I'm like, has anybody ever actually like thought about why it was like that back in the day? Do people think that men looked at women as so belittling, or looked at them as such a second class citizen, to the point that they were like, well, nah, we don't want them to have bank accounts and things like that? Like, I don't think nobody really actually understands why it was like that. Like, it was more so to shield women from bullshit or the stresses of real world stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why women couldn't go to war. You don't want your woman going to war. Why?
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 Who gonna take care of the kids?
Seriously.
Right. Yeah. Like, I don't
both in the war.
I don't want you working.
Right.
I'm gonna take care of that. I'm gonna go out here and do this hard labor. You know what I'm saying? I come back and I bring my check to you. You take care of everything at the crib.
That's exactly what it was, because it was hard labor. That's why we wasn't
hard labor.
The technology that we have today gives everybody it levels the playing field.
It levels up, and now man,
we all got the same medulla oblongata scenario up here. You know what I'm saying? It matters a damn about our gender. The reason that it was the way that it was back then was because we was industrial as fuck. Like, like niggas was in factories.
Yeah.
Like,
and a woman's body was not made for that.
No,
we weren't
and that's
made
okay
to do that heavy labor, right? And that's
but it's been like that for a minute. It's always been heavy lifting. Heavy, I mean, with the exception of motherfuckers having slaves and shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's always been that. Even with negotiations and all the rest of that stuff, I don't think men were looking at women like, you can't negotiate. I want to shield you from this, because this can get real. It can get real ugly in certain situations. So I want you to live in your bliss in our home. Live here, be happy in this bliss of your own world. Don't have to deal with the dynamics and the frustrations that come with trying to build, trying to get money, trying to do all that other stuff. And like you said, as the time progressed, getting money started getting easier for everybody. So now the dynamic is fucked up. But nobody's really taking the time to understand why it was like that in the first place. It was not like that to denigrate the significance of a woman in any man's life. It was just to shield them for certain shit. Yeah. Now we're growing up. We're opening our eyes. Women are brilliant. I've always said this. Our women are extremely brilliant creatures.
Dope as fuck.
They are dope as hell. But still, we gotta. I mean, for me, we gotta maintain some type of hierarchy within the family structure.
Absolutely.
Yep. And that's where I am, and that's where I'm going to be.
And that leads us to the feminist movement and all the ways of the feminist movement. I understand the first wave. I get it. You want to get out the house. You want to work. You want to do something. You don't want to be in the house bored all day. You want to have
the choice.
Okay. You just want to have the choice. You want to have the choice to vote, because it does affect your way of living. I totally get that. But this whole new wave of sexual freedom, I can do whatever I want with my body and all this stuff, it is not working, y'all. And young women, if you are under the age of 25, please do not follow this movement. I'm telling you, you are going to regret it.
Yes.
Honestly, the feminist movement owes a great debt to men. And I'm going to tell you why. The reason why is because our ability to finally have the freedom to vote, men gave us that freedom. The ability to finally open banks accounts and to be able to work, men gave us that. They got tired of us nagging. And I'm going to say that again. They got tired of us nagging. If you got a problem with me saying that, I don't care. You can hit me up in my DM at The Real Nicole. You got an issue with it. It is what it is. Boom. Men just got tired of us nagging. Okay, y'all want equality. Y'all want to go and work hard. Y'all want to go and, be bosses and CEOs. Be my guest. But don't complain about it later on. And I feel like that's what feminists are doing. They're attacking men, blaming men for everything, but it's like, you asked for this.
Yeah.
You literally asked for this.
Yes.
And let me say this: is this camera right? Because I want to make sure.
Go ahead.
It's gonna be so
I want to make sure. I don't listen to black women that call themselves feminists. Feminism never gave a shit about you. So I don't care when you tell me that you're a feminist and you're a black woman. Feminists don't give a shit about you.
What about a womanist?
What was that? What was that?
I heard about that.
I don't think I heard about that.
Womanist. Some other girl had said that a long time ago. But
she was.
Who was that? Who was that? Who was that? That was that showed up to the feminist meeting and literally like forced herself to talk. The black woman.
I don't remember.
Dang.
But
Go ahead. Sorry.
I just don't like you. You can literally just go and just Google feminism and black women, and you will see so many instances where feminism has never stood up for black women.
Well, it wasn't initially started for black women,
right? But that's what I'm saying. Like, it was never started for black women, but black women just jumped on board. Like, hold on, you jumping on board for something that doesn't even include you.
Yeah.
So when black women tell me, "Oh, I'm a feminist," all right, whatever. Bye, sister soldier, want to be? Because I don't subscribe to that. Like, there's just certain things that I can't, as a black man, I can't subscribe to either. So I feel like black women, you shouldn't subscribe yourself to be a feminist, because feminists don't give a damn about you.
Yeah, I made this post on my page. It was from April Mason. And it basically said, "Don't address me as a strong, independent black woman. It's not a compliment.
It's not.
It's really not a compliment."
Yeah,
that's who. This is who it was. Yeah. So, ain't I a woman? Sojourner Truth showed up to the feminist movement, and they did not want her to speak, and she forced herself on them to speak, and that's where you get "ain't I a woman" from. It's like it literally didn't include you as a black woman,
and that's why I don't subscribe to it. But that whole strong independent, when Steve had to ask that, man, and I just literally I scrolled. I said, you know what? I'm not even finna say nothing, dog.
I didn't even ask anything. Is one woman posted? She said that being strong and independent is not a flex, and it's not a flex.
It's tiring. Like that's what some women were saying. Like, bro, I'm tired.
You're tired.
I'm tired.
I have my to be completely transparent with my life. My mom stays with me, and we have constant conversations about her being tired. She's been working 25, 20, 30 hours. I'm so tired, Steve. I'm so tired. It's just, man, I just can't wait till I'm done with this. I can't wait till that. And I can't help, but think, even though I don't want to, disrespect her or anything, but I can't help but think if she did have if she was married or had these problems that she says she has, I don't think she would have them.
Could a partner help?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, and it bothers me a little bit, and me seeing her like that, just kind of puts it in my brain to, I can't navigate life without a partner. You can do it for so long, but after a while, man, like it's just like, come on, man. Like, I know, like, even like our last episode, we had a talk with my cousin Ron. Shout out to Ron. He was saying, men, we can have babies till we 70 or whatever. I'm like, man, we can have babies till we 70, but that don't mean I want to have fucking babies at 70. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I know I have the option to do that, but shit, what the fuck? Have me a toddler at 72. You know what I'm saying? When I'm gonna be chasing them around here, I'll probably be in that hole with an oxygen machine. Like, hey man, come over here and change the channel on the TV.
Right. You've been taking care of yourself. Every 7-year-old is not gonna have viable sperm, and that's people don't talk about that. Men have contributed to infertility issues in women as well, but since y'all don't go to the doctors and get checked out, no one knows that, and then it's blame it on a woman that she's having it's her egg.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's the sperm too.
Yeah.
Come on now.
We all need somebody. Literally, we literally all need somebody. It's a simple thing. And since we being transparent, when me and Taylor first like split up, like when we talk about roles in the house, like I don't care. I cook. I'll do whatever. I'll wash dishes. I'll do laundry. I'll fold clothes. I don't give a shit about none of that stuff. But when I moved into after being in the relationship for so long, and I moved into my apartment by myself, like just the smallest things is like I don't mind cooking, but when I was in the house, I would cook, and then Taylor, she eat fast, so me and Noah would be sitting at the table, and we both like, you know what I'm saying, ingratiating each other in the situation, and so we like eat super slow. She would get up after she was finished and wash the dishes, put the food away. And then by the time me and Noah get up, it was like, boom, we just got to wash our little plates. Well, when I moved by myself, I would cook for myself, have no issues for. I lost so many meals because I simply didn't put the food up. It's the dumbest thing ever. Yeah, but that little bit of help, it helped me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so it's crazy for anybody to think that they, or not even think that they can do it by themselves, because, like you said, short of like stabbing me in my lungs, like I can survive. Like,
everybody has been raised to be self-sufficient adults. Right. I don't give a shit if you're a man or a woman. You were raised to be a self-sufficient adult. You're not going to come out the womb betrothed to some other 4-year-old and be like, all right, at 12, y'all getting married. You know what I'm saying? Like come on, like you are bred to be self-sufficient,
right?
But you also got to be understand how to be interdependent when you get with somebody. You know what I'm saying? You can't keep using this whole independent and relationship do not coincide.
No way.
Water and oil.
Wait,
water and oil.
Water and oil. Okay.
But and I think a lot of people get confused with. They get independence confused with individuality. We've always talked about that. Yeah. They get independence confused with individuality. Like you can be yourself. You can be yourself. You can. Hello, man. I'm trying to get my point out, bro. You can be yourself and still depend on somebody else to get things done for you and make your life better.
Absolutely.
That is the easiest thing to do. It's not like you get into a relationship to you. If you get into a relationship and you're changing yourself, like your core beliefs, your core morals and shit like that, then that's not the relationship for you. But if if this shit is embedded in you, your morals are embedded in you, and they're not going nowhere, you don't have to change that shit in order to be with somebody, you're still gonna maintain your individuality. You know what I'm saying? You're just not gonna be independent no more because you gotta adhere to somebody else's feelings when it comes to certain things. Like it's real simple, bro. It's simple, stupid. It's so simple that it's stupid. Yeah, and
it's simple it get hard for people to follow.
Bro, and like and people want to argue. People want to argue with me all the time about these things that I say on Facebook. I say a lot of stuff on Facebook, and I'm coming. And my partners know I come from a good place when I say some of my stuff. Like it's not that I'm trying to talk down on women or anything like that. I'm just telling them, I'm keeping it a buck. I'm not saying anybody is stupid or illiterate, illogical, blah blah blah. I'm just keeping it real. Like, hey man, if you want this, you want to adjust this. Turn that down a little bit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, turn down the independency, and also understand that. And I'm gonna end it with this. Also understand that a lot of people that say they're independent, a lot of women that say they're independent, they call their dad for a lot of shit. So you'll say that you're independent from a man, but you need your old man, which is your dad.
Or
so
your cousins or your
somebody in the family that you call for a flat tire. You call when some shit going on with your whip. You call if you punch a hole in the wall on that, you need somebody to plaster it up. You calling one of your male family members to take care of that. So if you're doing that, you need a man in some shape, way, or form.
Yep.
Bars, nigga.
Right. And stop saying
That was better than a button.
And honestly, independence is really just self-sufficiency. It's just being a grown adult. Oh, I got my own house, apartment. I got my car. Ma'am, congratulations, you're an adult.
Yeah.
Where would you live if you didn't have
Right.
it?
Like, I don't get it.
It's like a nigga that make kids and say, man, I'll take care of my kid.
You supposed
You supposed to, nigga.
That's your
These
job.
your kids, man. You supposed to take care of your babies, mother. What you mean? That ain't no flex. You take care of your
I
kids.
take care of my kid, nigga. You supposed to. Like I don't subscribe, bro.
Yeah,
I don't
bro.
give a shit. You supposed to, nigga.
Sorry, bro. I ain't got a little passionate, bro. Let me
Get all swole in the chest. What?
calm on down. Let me calm on down.
But you
over
need
there.
a man. Your old man. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah. Let's move forward, man. Let's talk about intersectionality. And for those who don't know what that means, because I just found out what that meant. Intersectionality is when multiple forms of discrimination are combined to fit one individual. So if you're like a black, for example, like a black transgender, you are discriminated against not only because you're a transgender, but
Also
it's
because
coupled
you're
with
black.
you being black.
Yeah.
I'll ask you this, Tony. Do you think that women fall into that category, or black women in particular fall into that category, and that could be a reason why they kind of omit being held accountable for certain things due to the fact that they have all these discriminations against them or whatever?
Yeah, I think that's a part.
Because I mean,
it's crazy, but I think that's a part of it. Like, oh man, because I got this, and this, I should be allowed to make mistakes. Everybody's allowed to make mistakes. The problem is you don't think that your mistakes can be corrected. No, mistakes can be corrected, and just because you got all of this stuff against you doesn't mean that you can't try to better yourself. Like that's all. But I do be hating like. I know we talk about women, but niggas be doing that too. Oh, the man keeping me down. No.
Yeah.
You keeping you down. Like, fam, we're all black.
Yeah.
We're black men. We know the opportunities that's out there for us. If we jump knee deep and put both our feet forward, we know what we can do out here. The same is for black women. We know there's obstacles, but you can do it. You can do something. Like, don't get out here. Oh, I ain't got it. I'm a black woman. I already got this, and this. You mean to tell me I got to act better?
Yeah.
Yes, motherfucker, you gotta act better. Like, yes, like that doesn't give you free range to have this attitude for everybody. You gotta you want to mate, you're gonna have to let that wall down just a little bit so somebody can peek and see what you got going on. A lot of women be having these, like, there's a lot of dope women out there, man. Like, for real, but they wall so high up, can't nobody even see them. Can't nobody see what they really got going on. You got your wall up, baby. You got to let that wall down and let somebody see you. See what's going on.
Yeah. Or be one deep for the remainder of your days.
That part. No, I mean, intersectionality, I get it. It's real. We know discrimination is real. We know racism is real. But I stopped complaining about intersectionality when I found out that women in third world countries can't even walk down the street. If they're showing their arm, they will be persecuted or they will be raped. So I stopped complaining about that as a American woman, and I'm not gonna say the other part, but as a woman, and living in America, I have so many freedoms that other women don't. I just stopped complaining. Like, what is patriarchy? I don't get it. I haven't really felt like I've been under a patriarch system and men are just keeping us down and we can't do anything. And honestly, as a woman, if you know how to leverage your femininity and your sexuality, not be a whore. It's not what I'm talking about. You just have this essence about you. You can go through life so smoothly. You can go through life and really even get a really good, decent man. It's just, I've gotten away with so many things because whatever man found me attractive, I've gotten better service because of it. I've gotten free services because of it. And I am more aware now of my intrinsic power, I should say. So when you have that, whatever people want to call it, they can call it pretty privilege. You know, someone say, well, I don't benefit from pretty privilege. Well, ma'am, you got to figure something out.
Yeah.
You either complain about it or do something about it. Like I'll hear men, I know this is about women, but let me just use this as an example. Some men who are already successful. Well, I just don't think it's fair. I had to build myself up to be this man for me to attract certain women. So are you complaining about being successful and what comes with that? Because I'm a little confused. Because you only have two options, sir. You either need to just stay single for the rest of your life, be like Paul, maybe even stay celibate for the rest of your life, which I know that ain't gonna happen. Or get rid of literally everything that you work so hard for and then go back out in the dating field and see if you're happy with the choices that you're attracting. You know what I mean? Because you're not going to do that. So you need to just accept the fact that, hey,
you are where you are.
You are what you are, and the woman that God brings into your world at the place that you're at, just be. I'm not gonna say be grateful, but I don't know who complains about being successful, and then like, well, how come other men, the women were there to build with them because he met her at that point in their life, and if that's the case, go back into your past. How come you didn't marry or get with the women along your journey?
Yeah, it's your choices, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
accountability.
It's the same thing with women. Well, why did I have to lose weight or become this woman in order for him to be where I'm at? Your options have gotten better. Why are you complaining about it? I don't get it. They need to love me for me.
What you are right now, nigga, is loving you for. Huh?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Nigga, what that nigga say on Friday after next? Man, that victim shit is way overblown.
Seriously.
Way overblown.
So,
like, shut the fuck up and just enjoy your life, bro.
Yes.
You were 150, 170 at one time, and now you 135. Just enjoy it being smaller. Like, look,
if you had a flat booty and now you got a bubble,
just enjoy all that shit, bro.
Yeah.
But why I gotta do all? You did it. Who cares about the why?
You did it. Who cares about the why? Yeah. The people who were blessed enough to meet their partners when they were in college and high school, that's awesome. I think that's beautiful.
Yeah.
But now a lot of us are not with our partners that we met in high school and college, and just accept it for where you're at and what it is. And honestly, that's not something to complain about, but
no, it's not.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
That was
you hit that right on the head, though. That nail right on the head. Tony D, what you want to leave the people with today, man?
I really don't know.
You don't know?
We talked about a lot of different things. The one thing I'll say, man, you said this way early in the podcast. Hey, ain't nobody above reproach. Sometimes you got to look within to try to figure out what it is you're doing to get the optimal results that you want. Mm-hmm. Sometimes we all got to change. It's just that simple. And it's easier to be disciplined than it is to be motivated every day. So get disciplined with the shit that you want to do so you can achieve your goals, and probably it'll be a whole lot better to get in there.
Mm. What about you, Ray?
That was it. We literally, nobody is literally perfect. There's not gonna be any optimal situations that you're gonna get yourself into. It is what it is, and like you said, nobody's above being better. And it's weird to think that people don't want to be better. So that's why I don't understand the whole accountability thing. It's like at some point you got to realize that you may be the problem.
Yeah,
we all have to. I had to at some point in my life. I'm like, Ray, you know what? If all these things keep going this way, like maybe you might be the issue, my nigga.
Yeah.
So
I got you. Nicole, what you want to leave the people with today, man?
Well, there's a couple of things that I want to leave to the people and obviously to the women, because I know this is going to be brought up. It was brought up when I did a guest appearance on another podcast, and it was the idea of, well, who is she to tell women what they should and shouldn't do? Where's her ring? Where's her man? First of all, I am accounted for. It may not be a last name change yet, but I am accounted for. Second, and we had this conversation before we started recording. I said the reason why I'm not married yet is because I was not the woman I needed to be in order for that to happen. That doesn't mean I was never pursued and being vetted for that. Yeah. I almost got married in my previous relationship. But I wasn't who I needed to be. I needed to correct a lot of things. That's why that entire year I went to therapy. I asked men about what they want instead of going to bitter women about how to be to a man. So addressing that on that. And as far as accountability, women, just look at yourself in the mirror and just really be honest. Be honest about what you want and be honest about what that takes, and stop using excuses about, well, life is hard. Yeah, life is hard for a lot of us, but we get through it. So if we want better outcomes, we need to do better within ourselves. So
that's what's up. Also, I need you to tell the people where they can find you.
Oh, yes. Yeah. So you can find me on Instagram at The Real Nicole. My skincare and aesthetic business, you can follow me at Skin Essentials. That's SKEN Essentials. And I do have a blog site as well where I offer skincare tip advice for women of color, and that's melanatedmuse.com.
Awesome. Okay. Well, the only thing that I'm going to leave y'all with, because I try to leave sometimes with a joke, but I mean, nothing came quick.
I thought it was going to be a joke.
No,
I was like, here you go.
But I will tell everybody, just because we are men, that doesn't mean that we can't critique women, or we can't give you guys pointers on how to navigate this particular area as far as dating. Just, don't look at us as, well, y'all don't know what y'all talking about. Like, we are men, we understand what our brothers, what we like in general. So take heed to that when you're having conversations with us. Don't take it as offense if somebody's telling you something that needs to be corrected. And that's pretty much all I got, man.
Oh.
Yeah. Hey,
if anything, y'all can tell us about ourselves. Y'all the consumers. We're the ones
Right.
trying to be chosen from y'all.
Yeah.
So technically, we
And
should
Too much like
listen
right.
to y'all.
Too much like right.
That concludes today's episode.
And we got a lot of experience with black women. I know we got a lot of experience with, you know what I'm saying?
All I know.
Yeah, this concludes another episode of the Millennial Man Podcast. Hey, you guys, don't forget, comment, like, subscribe.
Yep.
Also, don't forget to go check out the IG page. That's Millennial Mayhem, HOU. And the HOU stands for H-Time Stay Dying.
Yes, sir.
Houston Podcast. We down here at Third Coast Podcast. We repping it all day. Until next time, y'all. Peace.
Hey.
I ain't got time for the book. Okay, all my niggas riding gas tank on full. We be fresh than a bitch. Yeah, your bitch might get pulled. If you see us in the streets, no talking, let's go. No time for hating. I ain't got time for the bull. I ain't got time